Welcome to the first episode of Free Things to Do in Athens Downtown. Today, I'm visiting one of the most peaceful and historic places near Syntagma Square, the National Garden of Athens. The National Garden was originally commissioned by Queen Amalia in the 1830s, shortly after Athens became the capital of the newly formed Greek state. Designed as a royal retreat, it was completed around 1840, filled with exotic plants and shaded pathways that still offer a quiet escape from the city's busy rhythm. Once known as the Royal Garden, this green oasis covers more than 15 hectares, connecting Syntagma Square to the Zappeion Megaron and the Old Palace, which is now the Greek Parliament. Today, it remains one of the most beloved free spots in downtown Athens, a place where history, nature, and tranquility meet in the very heart of the city. Let's begin. I'm going to show you my detailed walk through the National Garden of Athens, step by step. Along the way, I'll also share some interesting facts and background information through narration, so you can truly experience the beauty and history of this peaceful place. We start our walk right outside Syntagma metro station, taking the exit on the side of the Hellenic Parliament. From here, you'll immediately notice how close the National Garden is, just a few steps away from the heart of Athens. It's amazing how quickly you can escape the busy city streets and step into this green oasis. Right after stepping out of the metro, you'll see a map of the area. It's a helpful guide showing the main landmarks around Syntagma Square, including the entrance to the National Garden, which is just a short walk from where you stand.
Maybe tomorrow, but not today.
This spot is also where the hop-on hop-off double-decker buses start their route. These sightseeing buses take you on a tour around many of Athens' most famous landmarks, offering a great overview of the city for first-time visitors. This is a periptero, which means a small kiosk or mini-market. Here you can find everyday essentials like bottled water, snacks, chocolates, magazines, small souvenirs, and many other handy items you might need during your walk. And here it is, the entrance to the National Garden of Athens. Just a short walk from Syntagma Square, this gate leads you into one of the most peaceful and historic places in the city. The moment you step inside, the noise of downtown Athens fades away, replaced by the calm sounds of birds and the rustle of leaves. Just to the left of the entrance, you'll find a map of the National Garden. And trust me, you'll need it, the garden is like a real labyrinth of paths and greenery. It's easy to lose your sense of direction here, but that's part of the charm. Every turn hides something new, a statue, a pond, or a quiet shaded corner waiting to be discovered. This here is the sundial, one of the first things you'll notice as you enter the National Garden. It's a beautiful reminder of how people once measured time using only the position of the sun. Even today, it stands as a simple yet elegant symbol of harmony between nature, light, and time. These tall palm trees you see right at the entrance are among the first and most iconic sites of the National Garden. They were planted in the 1830s, during the time of Queen Amalia, who personally helped design the garden. Some of them are nearly 200 years old today, and they've become one of the garden's most recognizable landmarks, standing proudly as living witnesses to Athens' royal past. The National Garden is home to an incredible variety of plants from all over the world. There are more than 500 different species, including Mediterranean trees, flowering shrubs, and exotic plants that were brought here during the 19th century. You'll find orange and lemon trees, oleanders, cypresses, and laurels, along with tropical species like palms, bamboo, and philodendrons. This mix of native and foreign plants gives the garden its unique character, a blend of Greek nature and Royal European elegance, right in the heart of Athens. As you walk deeper into the National Garden, you'll come across many statues and marble busts scattered among the trees and pathways. These works of art honor famous Greek poets, politicians, and historical figures, adding a touch of classical elegance to the peaceful scenery. Some statues date back to the 19th century, making the garden not only a place of nature but also an open-air museum that reflects the cultural heritage of modern Athens. Fun fact: Queen Amalia, who designed the National Garden in the 19th century, was so passionate about it that she personally helped with the planting. It's said that she would walk through the garden every morning, wearing simple clothes, and give instructions to the gardeners herself, making sure every tree and flower was placed exactly where she imagined it. The National Garden is also a haven for birds. As you walk through the shaded paths, you'll hear the gentle songs of sparrows, doves, blackbirds, and robins, along with the lively chatter of parrots that have made the park their home in recent years. You might even spot ducks near the ponds or magpies resting on the benches. Altogether, more than 90 species of birds have been observed here, making the garden one of the best places in central Athens for quiet birdwatching amid the city's noise. And here we are, we've reached the small pond inside the National Garden. It's one of the most peaceful spots in the park, surrounded by trees and shaded benches. You'll often see ducks gliding across the water or birds stopping by for a quick drink. The calm reflection of the trees on the surface makes this a perfect place to pause, relax, and enjoy a quiet moment in the heart of Athens. No ducks around today, they're probably resting somewhere in the shade. It's midday, after all, and just like the people of Athens, even the ducks take a break from the sun. The pond is calm and still, adding to the peaceful feeling of this quiet afternoon in the garden. Fun fact. The National Garden once had a small zoo that included peacocks, ducks, and even a few exotic animals like monkeys and antelopes. Today, only a few birds and small animals remain, but the area still keeps that old-time charm, a reminder of how the garden used to be a royal retreat filled with life and curiosity. The loud bird calls you hear around here come from green parrots, a species that has now spread all over Athens. These parrots aren't originally from Greece. The story goes that, many years ago, a few pairs escaped from a private home, probably brought from abroad as pets, and managed to survive in the city's warm climate. Over time, they reproduced and formed large flocks that now live freely in parks and gardens across Athens. Their bright color and constant chatter have become part of the city's soundscape, a tropical surprise in the middle of an ancient capital. This building here is the Botanical Museum of the National Garden. It once showcased plant specimens and information about the garden's rare species and history. However, it seems that it's no longer operating, or perhaps it has been relocated elsewhere. Still, the structure itself remains an interesting reminder of the scientific side of the garden, a place where nature and knowledge once met under the same roof. Here you'll find a traditional Greek cafe, a charming and quiet spot hidden among the trees. It's the perfect place to sit down and enjoy a coffee or a refreshing drink, surrounded by nature. You can even order a few small meze dishes with ouzo, the classic Greek way to relax on a sunny afternoon. It's one of those timeless corners of Athens where locals and visitors alike pause to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. We've now reached a crossroad with 4 different paths, a true labyrinth inside the National Garden. Each direction seems to lead somewhere new and mysterious. This is exactly what makes walking here so fascinating. You never quite know what you'll discover next, a quiet bench, a statue hidden in the shade, or a path leading deeper into the greenery. And now, we're exiting the garden through one of its side gates and heading toward the Zappeion Megaron. It's just a short walk from here, and as we leave the peaceful greenery behind, we step once again into the open, sunlit paths that lead to one of Athens' most elegant neoclassical landmarks. And there it is, the Zappeion Megaron, just to our right. To get the best view, let's walk around to the front side. From there, you can truly admire its impressive neoclassical architecture, with the tall Corinthian columns and the grand staircase leading up to the entrance. It's one of the most beautiful and historic buildings in central Athens. On the left side, you'll find the famous Café Igloo. It's one of the most well-known spots in the Zappeion area, a place where Athenians have been coming for decades to enjoy coffee, desserts, or a meal under the shade of the trees. With its elegant atmosphere and view toward the garden, Igloo perfectly blends history, style, and relaxation in the heart of Athens. The Zappeion Megaron is one of the most important and historic buildings in Athens. It was built in the late 19th century and named after Evangelos Zappos, a wealthy Greek benefactor who dreamed of reviving the ancient Olympic Games. Construction began in 1874 and was completed in 1888, designed by the Danish architect Theophil Hansen, who also created many of Athens' neoclassical landmarks. The building's elegant style, with its tall Corinthian columns and symmetrical facade, reflects the classical spirit of the new modern Greek state. The Zappeion has hosted numerous historical events, from the signing of Greece's entry into the European Union to official ceremonies, exhibitions, and cultural gatherings. Today, it remains one of the most recognizable symbols of Athens, a place where history, architecture, and public life come together in timeless harmony. But look over there, in the distance, it seems there's an open-air market set up. Let's go and take a closer look to see what it's all about. These little markets often appear around the Zappeion area, featuring local products, handmade crafts, or seasonal events, and they always add a lively touch to the peaceful surroundings. Now I can see what it is, an open-air market featuring honey producers from all over Greece. Each stand represents a different region, offering a variety of local honey types, from thyme and pine to wildflower and chestnut. The air is filled with the sweet aroma of honey, and the producers proudly share stories about their craft and the places their honey comes from. It's a wonderful glimpse into the rich tradition of Greek beekeeping.
Ό,τι βλέπετε δεν είναι παρουσία. Βάλτε.
J'ai acheté ça, ma belle pour.
Αυτό ξέρει ότι ήταν κανονισμένο.
Δεν έσπασε το
Πόσο? 25 Try honey with vanilla tree. C'est d'alcool, maman.
That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed our walk through the National Garden and the Zappeion Megaron, two of the most beautiful free places to visit near Syntagma Square. But the adventure doesn't stop here. Now, I'm heading toward the Acropolis, and in the next episode, I'll show you the walk that leads around it, one of the most scenic routes in all of Athens. So stay tuned for part 2 of Free Things to Do in Athens Downtown. If you enjoyed this walk, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more free and authentic experiences around Athens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, as we continue our journey around the Acropolis and uncover more hidden gems of downtown Athens.